Welcome to Wildstorm Studios. My name is Richard. And this is your weekly in progress report. Hey guys, welcome to the report. We've taken the decision to do some of these as recordings, especially the Wednesday night report back. We found it easier just to work around the load shedding. Hence why we've decided to just do these as recordings. And then when possible, we'll join you guys live on the Wednesday evening after the recording premieres. But yeah, very quick, very brief. Just want to get down to some information and share with you guys how things are progressing, and just really proud of everything that's been happening so far. So on the charity front, which is the first thing I want to get to, still trying to wrap my head around the fact that we hosted, or rather, two separate groups of people hosted two separate painting jams across the country. One in the Western Cape here in Somerset West, the other all the way out in Westville in Durban, in support of the charity project. So that was really cool to see happen. We were actually in attendance at the Warren here in Somerset West, while our good man Darren, who is the organizer, host, flag bearer of the Durban wargaming community, was the host of the one at the DWGC event on the same weekend. From both events, we got a whole range of miniatures already assembled and painted and donated. And then this last weekend, we hosted another painting jam, also here in Somerset West at Imperium Games. And that was just awesome to see some old familiar faces. So let's get down to what we've actually managed to accumulate so far and give you guys an update on events with the charity. So far you can see with the Tyranids, we've already got a Screamer, which has already been painted up by Hanru from Fantasy Workshop, a member of the Discord community as well. We've also got two Trigons, which have been very kindly donated. So we've got two big badass Tyranids in the mix. We've got a Hive Tyrant with wings. We've got 15 Termagorns, I think that's meant to be, and 30 Gene Stealers, as well as a Gene Stealer Patriarch. So this is what I'm aware of, and these are the numbers that have been confirmed with individuals. I know there's a lot more in the works in the background, so we could potentially be looking at a nice decent swarm of Tyranids coming in. The same can be said for the Space Marines. We've got Rabut Gilliman already being built up by Ashes Painting. That's Albert, my fellow cohort here on the Discord. He's been working on the centerpiece of the three protagonists, our Screamer, our Gazkul Thraka, and Rabut Gilliman in the mix, right in the middle of the whole diorama. We've also got some Space Marines, most of them flamethrower Space Marines, and we've also got a Gladiator tank that has been very kindly donated by Brandon. So Space Marines coming along nicely. To my limited knowledge of the Codex and the mythology, it makes sense to have less Space Marines than there are Orcs and Tyranids in the diorama, because of course those two factions work with the masses, while Space Marines are supposed to be these superhuman soldiers. So looking balanced and fair so far. And then on the Orc side of things, we've got Gazkul Thraka, as mentioned. We've also got an Orc truck that apparently is on the way in. We've got 40 Orc boys approximately, a couple of flash kits. We've got Orc knobs and Orc boys with big guns, and then we've even got one of my favorites, a mech boy with a shock attack gun. So Orcs are starting to mass up quite nicely. I know of a lot more still coming in. So those numbers will be adjusted accordingly. And on the terrain side of things, we've already got the crash landed vehicle, which was very kindly donated by Imperium Games. We've got some large buildings that have been donated by the Warren, and then we've got various rubble castings and building ruins, barrels and drums, all donated by a various group of people, including Pandemonium Games. So, you know, at the moment, terrain's looking okay. It would be great if we could get another large building or two. But so far, really pleased with the progress, really pleased with the accumulation of items gathering here in my studio. With that being said, we do want to make a few adjustments and changes. We've moved the deadline for models to the end of September. For some reason, the PDF hasn't pulled through, but the diorama assembly will then take place during the period of September, October, with the fundraiser being launched in October. So it gives us a lot more time now to work on finer details of the whole charity campaign and get things together and brought to bear on what we hope is going to be a fantastic and incredible diorama built by community members from across the country, which is really cool to be a part of. Other than that, the charity campaign is working fantastically well. We've got such a lovely group of people coming, reaching out to us and wanting to be involved. We've had funds raised by the guys out in East London, with Jacques spearheading that cause, and they've managed to raise some funds towards covering materials for this diorama. We've got folks all over the country just reaching out and wanting to take part. So this is just an awesome experience so far. So to give folks a heads up, we are currently working on building a rather large painting session at Pandemonium Games, which will involve the actual members that benefit the whole charity campaign, and that is the South Africanists and their project. So we hope to get some of the kids that they're involved with to come out and join us at a painting jam at Pandemonium Games, and details for that will be confirmed as soon as we have them, and we are aiming to do that in August. In September at Comic-Con Johannesburg, we've got the guys from Molcast and the chaps up there in Johannesburg busy organizing a massive painting competition, as well as a paint on the day competition, as well as a painting jam for the charity project, and that's happening all throughout the weekend of Comic-Con Johannesburg. I think that's in September, so be sure to look out for that. So just exciting times still ahead for this charity campaign as we move into August and start ramping up some of the fine details and starting to lay the land when it comes to this diorama. Really wanted to highlight today was a fantastic diorama that Waldo, a member of the Discord community, has built up and presented out there to the world. Yeah, one of the most incredible sci-fi dioramas I've ever seen, and one that actually inspires me to want to actually learn how to play the game. So just incredible work, and I thought I'd wrap up the video with that video. But before I do so, I just want to make mention of another great event happening out this weekend, and that is ModelCon. That's going to be hosted out in Durban, in Westville, at the German Club, and that's Saturday the 29th of July 2023, from 9 o'clock till 4 o'clock. Models and dioramas on display, live demonstrations, and models on sale. It is free entry, and refreshments will be on sale. So be sure to, if you've got time and you've got the chance to make it out there, be sure to join in and take lots of photos and share some of the awesome models that you'll hopefully see at that event. And that is part of the IPMS Durban Association presenting that ModelCon 2023. Other than that, folks, before I wrap up with Waldo's awesome diorama, I just wanted to extend my usual thanks to every single one of you who not only are active members of this Discord, not only actively involved in the charity and actively involved in growing this community, but also involved in supporting me and my family. So for that, eternally grateful. And all I can say is keep painting up a storm. We'll see you guys on the Discord. For those of you watching this as it premieres, you're more than welcome to join me on the stream in the Discord straight afterwards at about 8:30 this evening. Otherwise, those of you watching it afterwards, be sure to look out on the Discord for any other further details and information. Otherwise, thank you so much for all that you are and all that you do. Take care.